This is Brett from Oregon Home Insurance Quotes.com, and today we're looking at the cost of home insurance for this home in Portland. I found this home on Zillow here, 5417 North DePaul Street in Portland, Oregon. So it looks like it's on sale for $439,000. Zillow says the average sale price for a home in this area is around $425,500, $426,000, right in that area. So try to find a home around that $426,000 range, average home sales price in Portland, Oregon. I thought this one looked like a good one here for $439,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,238 square feet. Over here, you will see the top 10 writers of home insurance in Oregon as of 2017. That was State Farm, Farmers Insurance, Liberty Mutual, Allstate. I'm going to get a quote from these top 4. That should give us a good spread and give us a good idea of what home insurance costs are looking like in the state of Oregon for a home similar to this in Portland. Okay, so I went to the State Farm homeowners quote website first, and I filled out a few things, but I'll walk through it here with you. Our customer's name today is John Doe, and the address is the 5417 North DePaul Street here that we found on Zillow, Portland, Oregon, 97203. When were you born? So this John Doe was born January 20, 1979, so he's a 40-year-old male. Okay, mailing address, I just said it was the same as above, so we'll continue on with our quote here. And here we go on to the next page. Okay, personal info for John Doe, 40-year-older here. Email address here, it's johndoe@yahoo.com. Phone number, he doesn't have one. Social security number, these are optional, so we're not putting those in. Add an applicant, you could add a spouse or a partner or co-insured here if you'd like, but we're just going to do the quote just in John Doe's name for today. And sometimes that can make a difference on your pricing too if you add a spouse or a co-insured. Sometimes it can make your pricing better, so it might be something you want to check into. Okay, home info. Let's see, how will the home be occupied when the policy starts? So I put that this will be his primary residence. All right, that should give us best pricing. If it's a seasonal or secondary residence, like a vacation home or something, sometimes your pricing may be a little bit higher. And then they ask you, of the 52 weeks in a year, how many weeks will the home be owner occupied? So we're going to say this is our owner occupied residence, 52 weeks a year. And then how long after the policy start date will you occupy the home? Will it be within 30 days? And I said yes. Including yourself, how many people live in the home full time? So we would be one. I'll just say I have a spouse and a child, so I'll just say there's 3 of us in the home. Is there damage to the home currently outside of normal wear and tear? I said no damage. Are there structures on the premises separated from the home that are permanently attached to the ground? So this is, they're wanting to know if there's like a detached garage, or if you have a shed or a gazebo in the backyard. Those types of things are detached structures and will typically be covered through your separate structure coverage. In this home, I did not see any separate structures in the backyard here, so it looks like it's just the home. That's the back patio there. Some pictures of the inside. Kitchen, dining room, front living room, nice fireplace, wallpaper. Okay, so there's no separate structures. Is there any business conducted on the premises, including childcare? We're going to say no. You want to be careful of that. If you have business running out of your house, you'd want to let your agent know to make sure you have proper coverage for that, because a personal home insurance policy does not typically cover business use. Okay, here we move into the part where it's looking for ways to save some discounts. Maybe does your home have deadbolt locks? Most of them do, so I said yeah. Do you have fire extinguisher in your home? Most people have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen or the garage. I put yes there. Is there a sprinkler system inside the home that automatically activates if there's a fire? That's not typical for a home like this, built in this one's a 1962 build, so I put no there. It definitely gives you a nice discount if you do have a fire sprinkler system inside your home. Does your home have a fire or smoke alarm? Most homes these days all have smoke alarms up on the ceiling there in the room, so I said yeah. It's a local alarm that sounds in the home only. It's not monitored by a central monitoring service, so we just put local smoke alarm. And do you have a burglar alarm? Most homes these days, you know, you can buy a pretty affordable burglar alarms from Home Depot or the ones you order online. So I put yes for a local alarm. Just sounds there at the premises. Insurance history, I just put we don't have any current insurance. So moving on. This is where we get to the replacement cost of your home, and they use a system called 360 Value here to estimate, and a lot of the insurance companies do, to estimate what it would cost to rebuild this home if it burned to the ground. And keep in mind, this number is not typically your sales price or your home value. Your home value is typically going to be more than what it would cost to rebuild the home, because the value of the home takes into account things like the value of land, your location. You know, obviously, if your home's sitting beachfront property, it's going to be valued more than if you're out in the country or in the city. So over here on 360 Value, we're trying to figure out exactly what the rebuild cost is on this home. If it burned to the ground, how much would it cost the insurance company to rebuild it? So we'll put in the aspects of the home here. So year built is 1962, right here. Total finished square feet is right here, 1238. So we got 1238 in there. Select your quality grade. I chose above average on all of these options here. The general shape and style. The home looks to be in real good shape, so that's, you know, very nice. The floors look good. It's got a nice fresh coat of paint. So I chose above average on all of these here. So we are moving along here. The use of the home will be single family resident, detached. Number of stories, this is a 1-story home. 1 story. Our foundation is crawl space. There's no basement on this one. You can see the vents of the crawl space area right there and right there. So we know that there's a crawl space, and it says in the description here on Zillow that it is crawl space, no basement. A lot of the homes in Portland will have a basement though. Exterior wall construction. This is a wood frame home. Exterior wall finish. This was T111 or cement fiber type of siding. So the closest thing I could find to it was this hardboard masonite type of siding. Floor coverings. I saw mostly hardwood plank in here. You'll see the hardwood plank down here. And then you'll see a different covering here in the kitchen. So I just called this the sheet vinyl. And you'll see that in the bathroom as well. So we got some kind of vinyl sheeting down it appears. Here's the hardwood planks in the bedrooms. Here's some more, I believe it's a vinyl type of, or maybe some kind of laminate. in the bathroom. Here's some more of that vinyl, hardwood bedrooms. That's outside. So I chose 30% sheet vinyl and 70% of the home is hardwood plank. Roof cover is the architectural shingles. You can kind of get a look at them here. That's not your regular 3-tab shingles where all the shingles fit together in an even kind of a brick pattern. This is more the architectural shingle where they're kind of overlaid. Gives it a nice look. So that's what we chose here. Kitchen, we have one medium kitchen. We have one full bathroom. The interior wall material is drywall. Average wall height is about 8 feet. That's typical. The garage, there's a 1-car attached garage. We see it right here. And we are moving on. Still working on getting our rebuild cost. What it would cost to rebuild this home if it burned to the ground. You can get more detailed here if you wanted to. I'm just going to skip that part and see if we can get a rebuild value here. Okay, so 360 value says it would cost $190,000 to rebuild this home if it burned to the ground. So we'll go with that. We may want to bump it up a little bit. This home is for sale at $439,000. So, like I said, that doesn't translate over to what it would cost to rebuild the home. It is only 1,200 square feet, so it wouldn't take a lot to rebuild it, but I think I might try to bump that up to an even 200,000. Here's some additional info. What year did you purchase the home? We're going to say this year, 2019. Is there a wood or coal stove, freestanding fireplace unit, or a fireplace insert? And then it says tip, answer no if you have a traditional fireplace or gas log insert. So right here we do see we have a traditional wood burning fireplace here. So we're going to say no, we don't have a freestanding, wood stove or anything like that. A lot of the homes in Portland do, but this one does not. We just have the traditional fireplace. And does your home have its original roof from 1962? I seriously doubt it, because this roof is looking pretty good. Where'd it go? Yeah, it looks to be in pretty good shape. So I'm going to say no, this is not the original roof. What year was the roof installed? I have no idea, but I'm going to guess it's about 5 years old, so I put 2014 here. Utility update information, which best describes the primary heating system in your home. So I put replaced because I doubt it's the same one from 1962. And I guessed, because it doesn't say, that it was installed in the year 2000, so about 19 years old. How many heating systems do you have in the home? I put 1. And what type of heating system is it? It's a central heating system. The only thing that Zillow really tells us is it's forced air. So it's probably a central heating system type of thing. You can have baseboard or portable. Does the heating system have a thermostat? Typically they do. What type of fuels it run off of? I put gas. Like I said, I'm kind of guessing on this part. We don't have a lot of information about it. Which option best describes the electrical system in the home? From 1962, I just left it at the original one. Let's say there has been no electrical upgrades. And how many amps does the home electrical system have? Newer homes usually are 200 amps. These older homes may have 100 to 150. I just put 150. Not sure. I'm just guessing there. And which option best describes the plumbing system? I assumed that the pipes have not been replaced, so I just put that it has the original pipes still from 1962. Those would be getting old. Probably be wanting to replace those soon. Okay, cool. So we got to the end here where it's given us a quote of $59 a month and 33 cents, or $712 a year. Let's make a little bit of adjustment here. Like we talked about before, the dwelling came in at 190. I'm going to bump that up just a bit to 200,000 to give us a little more coverage there. And update. It's trying to update based on the 200,000. So that brought our payment up a little bit to $60.91 a month. So let's look at these coverages. We have 200,000 on the home. to rebuild the home if it burned to the ground. Here's your personal property coverage. Most companies give you 75% of your dwelling coverage and give that to you for personal property coverage. These are separate coverages, okay? So you have $200,000 to rebuild your home. You have another $150,000 to replace all the personal property inside. That's your couches and chairs and electronics and your clothing and shoes and purses and kitchen and all that. The dwelling extension, I believe this is your separate structure coverage. Yeah, so other structures on the premises. So what this is typically used for is fencing. It'll cover your fencing or any separate structures in your yard, like gazebos or sheds or outbuildings, any kind of separate structure you have in the yard that's not attached to the home. You'll have $20,000 coverage. So occasionally I'll insure someone that has a pole barn in the back that's $100,000. So that's a coverage you would want to increase if you have separate structures on your property that are more than $20,000 here. So typically the insurance companies will give you 10% of your dwelling coverage and assign that for separate structure coverage there. And this is additional coverage. This doesn't take away from this number. This is an additional coverage. And then increased dwelling limit. This is kind of like a cushion they put on top of the $200,000. So it's kind of a cushion there to say if your home was burned down and we spent the whole $200,000 to rebuild it, we'll give you another $40K on top of that, just to make sure you have plenty of money to rebuild. All right. Your deductible here, our options are, most people carry $1,000 deductible, but it doesn't look like they have that option. So let's just choose 1%, which would be $2,000, 1% of 200,000. Personal liability, I recommend $300,000 at least. This is what protects you from lawsuits. $100,000 is usually not enough these days. So, and you can see you can go all the way up to $1 million if you want good liability protection from lawsuits in case someone comes over and breaks their neck and wants to sue you for it. Medical payments, this is kind of a friendship medical. It pays out to help, someone with their medical bills. If they're hurt worse than $1,000, then they can sue you for it and your liability would pay out. Here's some additional coverages that come with the package. Jewelry and furs up to $2,500. Silverware, $2,500. Business property, a little bit of business property there, $1,500. Guns, firearms, $2,500 of coverage. Building ordinance or law, this is 10% of your dwelling coverage. So it gives you another 20 grand in case there are new building codes in force when you go to rebuild this home that you need to meet. So this is additional extra coverage to meet those. Some fire department service charge, $500 if the fire department comes and wants to charge you for it. And here's some other additional stuff: backup of sewer and or drain. So if the city lines back up through your toilet and you get all that dirty water coming out in your bathrooms, that could be coverage for that. The typical home insurance policy may exclude that, so that's why they're adding it here. Typical home insurance policies exclude earthquakes, so you can add it here. That's usually $200, $300, $400, $500 a year to add earthquake, sometimes more. So if you want earthquake, you can ask about that. And some other stuff here you could ask for. So anyways, we're going to update this quote and kind of see where we're coming in on pricing for the State Farm quote. So yeah, so we came in at $59.75 per month here. And that is $717 per year is what they're quoting on this home here. Okay, and then I took the liberty to check some other quotes here. I checked, this was the Farmers Insurance quote. They came in at $866 per year. I checked, this was the Allstate quote, $86 a month. And this was the Liberty Mutual quote, coming in at $90 a month. And this is kind of how they all came in together. So State Farm, we have $717 per year or $60 per month. Farmers came in at $866 per year, or $72 a month. Allstate $1,032 per year, $86 per month. And Liberty Mutual $1,080 per year, or $90 per month. And then I averaged those costs together, so that averaged out to be $924 per year, or $77 per month. Okay. Now, based on your situation, it could be more or less. I'm obviously putting in, information where they're not able to pull credit scoring or things like that. So if you have a great credit score, your cost could be much lower than this. If you have a terrible credit score or credit history, or if you have home insurance claims in your past, your cost could be greater than this. But this just gives you a good idea of what we're looking at for this Portland, Oregon home for home insurance. Okay, please comment below if you have any questions or concerns. I would be happy to help you. I'm a licensed insurance agent in Oregon, so I'll be happy to help you with any of your questions. All right, thanks for watching, and have a great day.